What's up, guys? Man, as soon as I hit record, loud truck drives by. I could restart, but we're not going to let it fluster us. It's not 1 million degrees in here finally, so I figured why not take the opportunity, unbox a grab bag for you guys. One that I recently just came in with it. I think it came in yesterday or maybe Friday. I haven't been sitting on this one very long. A little bit out of my wheelhouse. I've been you guys that follow me outside of here, I've been slacking on YouTube this year. I know I have. Pop up just came up on the computer. We're off to a bad start. Um, I kind of took a step back from doing videos a little bit. I kind of was in this mindset that I've been enjoying my collection on my own without the kind of obligation of having to show everything that I get in on YouTube. I have some plans that I'm making for next year. This year has just kind of been an off year as far as the channel goes. I do know that. I'm not going anywhere. I've just taken a step back, kind of recharge my batteries. I do have some plans for next year and things that I'm trying to get going. So don't worry. Don't think that I'm just giving up on the channel or anything. I've been listening to a ton of extreme metal, like death metal, death grind has been in the forefront for me for quite some time now. Black metal, and I've kind of stepped away from some of the more atmospheric styles of black metal. I've been listening to some more harsh and dark type stuff. So I saw this grab bag on Divebomb Records, and I figured maybe it would be nice to have a little change of pace, something that I can throw in moments between. I might be scaring some of y'all flashing the knife around. That I can throw in between listens of some of that more extreme stuff to kind of take a step back and cleanse the palate, so to speak. Divebomb Records, they have a ton of I would say progressive metal, thrash metal, traditional style heavy metal, power metal. They do have the hints of the like old like 90s death thrash, death metal, like thrash infused death metal. They do some like re-releases of some of that stuff on compilation type CDs, but the majority of the releases that I have found from Divebomb Records have been like a classic heavy metal, classic power metal, thrash, progressive type stuff. So I figured this would be a good way for me to kind of spotlight Divebomb Records on the channel for you guys, and kind of have something waiting on deck for me to listen to when I want to take a step back from some of that more extreme stuff. You guys will have to help me out on some of these, I'm sure, as I open it up. This I will not be as knowledgeable, I'm sure, about some of these releases as I am on some of the more extreme facets of metal. So I'm just going to get that out of the way. There we go, packed up nice. Matt always does a fantastic job. Divebomb Records, if you're familiar with Tribunal Records, Divebomb is kind of like the sister label of Tribunal Records. Both, I think they're based out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I know Pennsylvania somewhere. I'm wanting to say Pittsburgh. Here's a little sneak peek behind the scenes. I'm going to snap a picture of this as I just opened it for Instagram. So if you see the Instagram post after this video is up, you get to watch me actually make the Instagram photo here. So just bear with me. Bet you guys weren't expecting to have to deal with that today. All right. I'm just going to jump into this. It is 15 CDs for 30 bucks. After shipping and taxes and all that stuff, it came out just a hair above $40. But, you know, Uncle Sam wants his cut. I'm just going to jump into this. The first one that I recognize, because I actually do own this one. The version that I own is not on, I believe it's not on Divebomb Records. I'm pretty positive the version of this CD that I own is on a label out of Brazil. But anyway, we have Lovel's Blade with Stone Cold Steel. This is a like classic hard rock slash like 80s heavy metal sound stuff. I believe this came out around 2017. Very solid release. I do enjoy this. As I said, I already owned a copy of this. I picked it up several years ago, but very strong release. Good way to start the grab bag, the mystery box. If everything is on the quality of Lovel's Blade, then I think there's going to be some stuff in here that I find that's new to me that I really do love. Next up, we have Heavenward with A Future Worth Talking About. 90s German power metal for fans of Crimson Glory, Toxic Lethal, Sacred Warrior. Pretty sure this is a reissue if it's 90s, because this is showing released in 2019. If it's 90s German power metal, then I'm pretty positive this has to be a reissue of some sorts. It has some bonus tracks. It's got some demo materials from 92, 91, 2006, and 2018. So looking forward to checking this one out. German power metal has a sound that's pretty unique to that location. So looking forward to giving that one a spin. Next up, we have, I believe this is a Dan Swano project. This is like some of, I know he was involved with this in some shape or fashion. I'm not super knowledgeable on the release. It was released in 2021, so this hasn't been out just too terribly long. This is the self-titled release from Subway Mirror. I believe this is more of a, I don't think this is heavy metal. I think this is more of like a grungy sound from what I remember, but I know that Dan Swano is involved in this. That's all that I know about that particular release. Next up, this one looks pretty sick. Cult German technical thrash for fans of Watchtower, Target, Sieges Even, and Arcane. This is skepticsense with Mind versus Soul. And that artwork has me intrigued. This one's going to be near the top of one of the first ones that I want to check out. These are all Divebomb Records releases, by the way. Sometimes you know that some of these labels put out grab bags and then you get distro stock that's not even stuff on the label. These are all Divebomb releases. That's one reason I wanted to do a video on this, to kind of give you guys a kind of an insight and look into the Divebomb Records label itself. This looks sick. It says the Anthology, so it's kind of a looks like a compilation. It has some stuff from a release in 1994 entitled Presence of Mind. Then it has a 1991 release entitled Harmony of Souls, and then a demo from 1990. So definitely some old school thrash. Looking forward to checking that one out. That is definitely, right now, it's kind of leading the pack as far as going to be the first one that I do give a listen when I'm done recording. This one looks pretty sick as well. It says the new breed of thrash metal for fans of Hyrax, man, I sounded country. I apologize. Pile Driver, Creator, and Exodus. This is Excruciator with Fighting for Evil. Man, that just screams. I know it says thrash, but just the cover art on that, man, it screams like speed metal to me. So hopefully there are some speed metal elements going on in this. A lot of those kind of new breed thrash metal bands have some speed incorporated. So this one was released in 2017. So some of these have been out for a little bit, but they're still new to me. I'm appreciating these hype stickers, with it being stuff that's new to me. At least I can say the 4 fans of. And I got 2 stacks going here. Excruciator is going in the stack with skepticsense as far as some of the early stuff to check out. I just saw one that I am familiar with, so I'm going to pull it out of the middle of the box. This is actually some death metal. I told you guys that there are some like classic death metal releases sprinkled in the Divebomb's discography. This is a compilation. I believe this band was out of California. This is Terminus with Tomb of Infamy. It says old school death metal for fans of Asphyx, Demented, Benediction, Obituary. Yeah, this is like some 90s. This has to be reissued stuff, but 90s killer death metal. This is another one. I mean, it's not going to be a change of pace with some of the stuff that I've been listening to lately, but it is definitely going on the stack as stuff that I want to check out sooner more than later. The artwork on this one, I was just talking about speed metal, so it looks like we have some speed metal here. It says the Fury of Speed Metal for fans of Power Mad, Gamma Bomb, Annihilator, Havoc, and the artwork itself looks pretty sick. This is Gross Reality with Escaping Gravity. Just looking at that, I would have thought it was more of a progressive style, but the fact that it's touted as some speed metal, with the names that it gave there with Annihilator and Havoc and that type of stuff, I'm thinking it has some definite thrashy vibes going on in this as well. Don't know how well the glare is going to kill the artwork on that, but that artwork looks absolutely phenomenal. I don't think the camera is going to do that justice. Next up, we have some power slash prog metal. This is U.S. Power Prog Torchbearers for fans of Nightwish, Amorphous, Camelot, Pyramids. I do like Pyramids quite a bit, and Amorphous. Camelot and Nightwish I'm kind of iffy on, but I'm definitely going to give this one a try. This is Everthrone with the Dawning. So, the very fitting cover art on that one. There's the back. Not a whole lot going on that, but something new for me there to check out. As I said earlier, if you guys are more familiar with some of this stuff, and I show something that you just love, and you don't feel like I'm giving it the proper spotlight that it deserves, please feel free to jump in the comments and let me know, and let others that read the comments know a little bit more about the release. Next up, we have Eradicator. This says an ambitious evolution, a masterfully created concept album that defies all expectations. The name of the release is Obscura. As I said, this is Eradicator with Obscura. Not really sure what to expect on this one. The hype sticker did not give me for fans of, so I don't know what kind of sound we're in for on this one. This is another one with some pretty exquisite artwork, so looking forward to checking that out just based on the artwork alone. Pretty solid stack so far. Only one duplicate, so that's always a plus. Intense instrumental technical metal for fans of Watchtower, Coroner, Pestilence, Mekong Delta. That's a one that I'm not familiar with. So those are some pretty varied bands there as far as the what or for fans of. I'm usually not just super big on instrumental type stuff, but I will still give this a shot. This is Canvas Solaris with a Chromosphere, and it just screams like progressive stuff for me. I guess with it being technical instrumental metal, it is. There's going to be some progressive elements within this. I'm pretty positive, but as I said, it doesn't sound like, just from the hype sticker, it doesn't sound like something that I would just be. Looks like I got an extra CD, something that, but you never know. I might listen to that and fall in love. We've got a little Divebomb sticker in the bottom of the box. I'm going to set the box to the side because we still have a little bit of a stack, and it looks like we got a freebie in this as well, and it's actually one that I already own. I believe Rick over at the Dreadful Minutes sent this in a VCLT package quite some time ago. I believe it was him. If it was somebody else, I apologize. And Rick, you know what? If it wasn't you, just enjoy the shout out there. We have Electric Age with self-titled. Pretty good, pretty solid release. And I do have some extra jewel cases that I will throw that one in. Not sure what I'll do with the extra, but I'm sure I'll find a loving home for it at some point. New school of U.S. heavy metal for fans of Bullet, Chastain, Hellion. This is Substratum with a Stratosphere, and that just screams like classic heavy metal. But it says new school of U.S. heavy metal. But that just for me, that like looks like some of that like technical ecstasy era Black Sabbath artwork going on that one. But I'm kind of intrigued with this artwork. It almost has like a doomy feel to me as well. So with a thrashy looking logo. So I'm a little curious as to see what this one has in store for me. Next up, we have some more progressive power metal. This is a band called Inner Strength, and the name of this release is The Common Theme. The artwork for me on this one just screams progressive metal, and one of the big like the biggest font of names on the For Fans Of is Psychotic Waltz, a band that I just recently got into within the last couple of years, and I absolutely fell in love with. So maybe Inner Strength will have a bit of that feel for me as well. But I'm sure you guys can just feel the progressiveness bleeding off of that cover there. Next up, we have Malaya Rage. This has got to be a reissue as well because it's showing 2019. I believe this particular album, The Deep and Dreamless Sleep, I believe this release came out in early 2000s, maybe 2004, 2003. It says full remix, Boston thrash powerhouse, full remix. I guess I should have read the the hype sticker before I started just rambling. For fans of Metal Church, Onslaught, Wrathchild, America, Reverend, that's a pretty spot on hype sticker. This is a very solid release. I haven't heard the remix, I don't think, the reissue, so I'm looking forward to giving this one a listen. I did not own this, so definitely stoked to be adding some Malaya Rage into the collection. Next up, we have another one. This one has to be a reissue as well. This is Widow with Midnight Strikes. ... Twice. Yeah, it's a reissue because the original was just Midnight Strikes. So it says modern 80s metal for fans of King Diamond, Judas Priest, Ozzy, and Wolf. Just to give you an idea of the sound that you're getting off of this, Widow absolutely is just absolutely killer. Very stoked to have this one in the collection. This is another one that I will be listening to very, very soon. This is the deluxe edition. Looks like we've got the Midnight Strikes full length on here, and then there's some demo materials. No Stone Unturned, that demo's on. That came out in 2001. Midnight Strikes came back out came out back in 2003. So even though it says modern 80s metal, I mean it's still 20 years old. So then it also has enhanced videos on this as well. So definitely stoked. This might be my favorite one that I've gotten in this entire grab bag. So looks like we have another bonus here. This one is let's see, Lunar with Theogony. Yeah, try to say that a couple times. Absolutely no idea on this one. I'm glad I do have some jewel cases. This has a progressive maybe feel to it. I could even see that being some straight up power metal or traditional heavy metal as well. So it even has, man, I'm lost because it has like a doomy look to the artwork. So it almost has more of a fantasy theme going on that artwork. So I don't know. We'll see on that one. And then the last one, this is power / thrash metal. This is Project Rowan Wolf with Edge of Saturn. Another one with some very solid artwork on it as well. A lot of these Divebomb Records releases, I've been super impressed with the quality of the artwork that these bands are putting out with their material. This says new school U.S. power thrash for fans of Artillery, Control Denied, Toxic, Forbidden, Realm. That's some pretty big names to try to live up to in that. So I'm curious to see if Project Rowan Wolf is able to do so. For me, just looking at it, I'm thinking it's probably going to lean a little bit more to the power metal side of things than thrash, but I could be absolutely wrong on that. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with this. A lot of new stuff for me to check out. I have stacks and stacks of stuff waiting to be listened to already before I add these in, but that's always a good problem for me to have. If once I get to the point where I'm not interested in listening to something new and mixing in new listens with the old stuff, I think it's time for me to stop doing this channel and stop trying to introduce you guys to stuff. It gets a little frustrating sometimes when you have people doing these channels and stuff, and all they want to show you is stuff from their heyday in the early 90s and stuff that's been out. Yes, you can find new stuff from days past by that you missed, but if I'm not finding stuff that's new to me and excited about it and showing you guys, I don't know why you're going to want to watch and see something that I'm not excited about finding and showing you. That's all I've got for today. Let's see, not this Thursday, but next Thursday, going back to the kind of extreme metal part of things. I am going to Memphis for the Frozen Soul tour. It's Frozen Soul. Um, Man, I just went blank. Enforced, Creeping Death. Someone else. Who help me out? Help me out. Anyway, but it should be a very solid lineup there, and I'm excited to see all four bands playing. Gates to Hell. Yeah, I don't know why I went blank on that. Anyway, excited to go to that show. If you're at that show, please feel free to come up and say, hey, tell me you like the channel, tell me you hate the channel, you wish I would quit doing this. For me, when I see people out, it's always kind of a motivational thing. If someone comes up and tells me that they watch the channel, even if they don't say they like the channel, just the fact that they've watched the channel and seen it, that's a motivation thing. Lets me know people are still out there watching these videos, and makes me want to keep on doing them. So that's all I've got for today. The Divebomb link is in the description if you want to get one of these grab bags for yourself. Thanks as always for all of you that support, watch, all that good stuff. I am nothing without you guys, and I do appreciate it. As always, stay classy, stay metal, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys soon, I promise.